What's up, Ranger fans? It's your buddy. It's the man. Your man. I don't know. I need like a better intro for myself. Daddy Louie here, member of the Circle of Nerds. If you are not familiar with me, you can find all of my content over on YouTube, youtube.com/Circle of Nerds. Make sure that you say hi in the chat. I hope that everybody had a wonderful holiday last week. And if you weren't with me last Monday, as a reminder, today is my last Monday stream until, let me open my calendar, January 25th. So I will be streaming on the last Monday of every month. So the next one will be January 25th. Today we are painting the blue Psycho Ranger. I'm very excited about this. Blue's one of my favorite colors to paint. And we've had a lot of fun with the Psycho Rangers up until now. Confession. So I'm not super familiar with the Psycho Ranger, with the Psycho Rangers, other than the fact that they're in the game. So I took out what I thought was the blue Psycho Ranger from the box, washed him, primed him, and then I realized that it wasn't the right one. And of course, this was all this morning, so I had to rush to get the one that I was thinking about their counterparts in Mighty Morphin, I guess. So like pink has the bow, right? Red has a sword. So blue I thought was actually black because he has an axe. I didn't realize that the guy with the axe was the Blue Ranger. So, whoops. So I have both of them primed. And actually, I went ahead and washed everything because I'm going to do some extra streaming on my own this week. So, I'll talk about more about that once we get started. So let's go ahead and let me press my button. Where's the right button? There we go. You don't want to see my stream deck. You want to see... Oh, my camera froze. Okay, hold on. That's not good. Let me switch back to that and switch back to... Oh no, what happened? Okay. Well, let me see which... Let me just unplug... I'm guessing it's this one. Oop. Nope, that's the stream deck. So it must be this one. So let me... Sorry, I'm having to really quickly here. Just change. Ooh, there we go. Okay. And we're fixed. Hopefully you guys can see that. That we're all fixed there. Here's the model that we're going to be painting. Let's get him nice and in focus. It's a little bright right now because of the white, but once we start putting some paint on there. So yeah, I didn't realize that this was the this was the blue Psycho Ranger. He had some pretty nasty, and still does a little bit. I did the best I could to clean up some of the mold lines. He had some pretty gnarly mold lines across the chest, and he has a really bad one in the top of his helmet that I actually couldn't shave off because if I did, I'd be basically shaving. It's basically unevenness from the top of the helmet, which maybe you'll be able to see that, maybe you won't. We'll have to see. Alright, so let's grab some paint. My mini cam has... What the heck is going on? let's see if I can. All right, maybe that's better. Maybe that won't freeze. We'll see. I don't really know what's going on, but thanks for pointing that out. Hopefully it stays now. All right, so still no sign of my new palette, which I ordered on November 17th. If you're one of my regular followers, you know I've been waiting for that thing for a while, and so Old Faithful it is. Although it's a little dry. Won't be a problem. It's not as wet. Lots of wrinkles. All right. We'll figure it out. All right, so first color, our favorite color, my Power Ranger color, that is German Gray. And this is the color that we use for all of our quote-unquote black bits. So, I really thought about priming him black today, but then I decided that it would, just to do something a little different, but I didn't want to have the consistency of this model be different than the other models that we've already painted. And this is the first time I've painted in, like, a few days. So I'm really excited. Maybe, actually, this is the last time I've painted since last week. I think so. Since Monday. So that's kind of cool. So that is too much water, I think. Let's see. See, I might have had too much, added too much water in there. Oh, it's nice and smooth, though. So the important part when doing this German Gray base coat for the black bits is to make sure that we do our best not to get paint on the areas that we're going to keep white. It's okay if we get paint on the parts that are going to be blue, because that's much easier to paint over than the white. So we're trying to be as careful as possible. Just making sure that my camera hasn't frozen. That was weird. I don't think I've ever had a frozen camera issue. Yeah, so we're just taking our time around the white bits, or the bits that we want to stay white. If we do get some on there, it's okay. It'll just be faster and easier the less we have to clean up. So around those parts that we want to keep white, which are the armor bits around the shins, like the shin armor, the gauntlets, and the collar and the belt. Those are the things that we want to keep white. Everything else is going to be pretty much black or blue. Or in this case, German gray. So if you are just joining me, welcome. I hope that you stay for a little bit. Give us a little chat in the chat box. Say hello. We are painting Psycho Blue. Got the pants all painted there. I'll let them dry. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, this will be my last Monday stream for a few weeks. Renegade is going to start doing different stuff on Mondays, and I will hopefully be getting some exclusive prototype miniatures to paint for you guys here on stream at the end of January, the last Monday of January, which I think I said was the 25th. So the 25th, that's when we will be streaming again after today here on Renegade. If you are not following me at Circle of Nerds on Facebook, please go do that. I am going to be doing some of my own streams this week, some painting streams, some gaming streams. I got some one-player board games that we'll be playing on the stream together, and we can chat. We can hang out, and we can chat about whatever you guys want. And that's the cool thing about it is I'll be a little less restricted on what I can talk about. So we can talk about, whatever, Star Wars, Marvel, different games and stuff like that. What time? So I actually posted a little before the stream. I posted on my Facebook I shared it on my Facebook, but on the Circle of Nerds Facebook, asking people what day and time they prefer. I have not set anything in stone yet. I want to make sure that I do it during a time where I can, catch people. I know that I've people from different time zones and stuff like that, so I don't want to do it at, 10 o'clock in the morning my time, and, everybody that would want to watch it is working and can't watch it or whatever. So, cheese. What? We could talk about cheese. I mean, we could talk about cheese, I think, in this chat if you want. I like American cheese. It's the meltiest. But I also like Swedish cheese. Not Swiss cheese. Swedish cheese. There's a cheese that I really like from, I'm pretty sure it's from Sweden, called Tate de Moine. I think that's how it's pronounced anyway. It's delicious. Had it first when I was over in Germany, and I pay a premium for it over here, but there's a couple specialty shops not that far that do sell it. So from time to time we'll get it as a little treat. I was being careful here, but I really am going to speed this up and be less careful. Because again, if I get some of this German gray on the parts that are going to be blue, that's okay because I really just want to avoid the white. The blue I care less about. So to speed this up, we're going to get a little sloppier around, still being careful around the white parts, but yeah, we can talk about whatever we want. Yeah, so whatever time works best for the majority of people, I'll probably do different days and different times. Um, I'm pretty much off all week from my job. So I know that my wife wants to do a few family things scattered throughout the week. But aside from that, and our Circle of Nerds group is on a break right now from our podcast. So we may have like some production meetings or something like that sprinkled in over the next week. But that shouldn't interfere. So with the prototypes, you get to paint. Will they be things we know about but haven't seen, or will you get to reveal stuff to us? I don't. The way that it was explained to me is a little. Was not super clear. My best guess would be, I will get stuff that has been announced and maybe you've seen a photo of, but not something you've actually seen the model of, if that makes sense. So maybe you've seen a 3D render of what the model will look like when it's done, but you haven't actually seen the model. That's the way that it was kind of described to me, was I will be revealing things, but not like, it won't be like a brand new reveal that like no one knew was coming kind of thing. You know what I mean? So based on that, my guess is it will be, probably 3D resin printed models that you've only seen 3D scans of, but we haven't seen the actual models like, in action. That's kind of my guess. But I haven't received them yet, so I'm not 100% sure. Renegade is on a much needed break last week and this week, so communications will probably open back up. My communications with them will probably open back up next week on Monday, once they all get back in the office, and I should know more what I'm getting and when, kind of thing. And I may not be able to even reveal what I have until we start to stream, which could be cool. I think all of this, to include the changing of what they're doing on Mondays, what exactly it is that I'll be streaming, I think it's all in an effort to get more people to watch the streams. Yeah, I do not have the models, nor do I know what I'm getting yet. Last I spoke to them, they didn't even know quite yet what they were going to be sending me first. And then that was pretty much right before they went on break, so I got the graphics and stuff for last week's stream and this week's stream, and they were like, okay, we're going on a break. We will see you when we see you. See you when we get back. And I was like, all right, have fun. So that's that. But it's good. I guarantee it's good stuff. Like I said, they're doing this in an effort to get more people to watch, so I don't think it'll be um, disappointing. So on my personal streams, if we do, and it'll be up to the group, like up to the crowd and the audience of what they want to see. But if we do painting, I have four Power Ranger models left that I want to paint, which is Psycho Red, Psycho Black. Which the Psycho Black, that will actually be hopefully pretty fun and entertaining to watch, because I'm not 100% sure yet how I'm going to differentiate the black armor bits versus the black suit bits, if that makes sense. So the whole suit is black, but like the chest armor and the helmet are also black, so that might be fun. I've actually seen some like fan art where they do it almost in like a silver, which looks kind of cool, but still looks like it's the Black Ranger or the Black Psycho. So again, not 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet, so that could be fun to watch on stream. So yeah, Psycho Black, Psycho Red, I'll probably paint them together at the same time. One of the reasons that I only paint one model at a time on this stream is, well, it's a couple reasons. One, because it's hard to advertise that I'm going to be painting two. And I also want to get as much done, if not the entire model done, by the time the stream is over with. Whereas if I do it on my own, I can take as long as I want. So, that said, I will probably do at least two models, probably two models at a time over on my personal stream. So I'll probably do the Red and Black Psycho together, and then the Space Rangers I have left are yellow and pink, and I'll probably do those two together because I need to get those finished as soon as I can for Renegade's giveaway. And like I said, I also got some games that I want to play on stream. They're solo games, so I don't need to have another person, and we can just have a good time with that as well. Actually gaming rather than just painting. What about using the gloss like the space helmets, so it's half glossy? Oh, that's not a bad idea. So do the same color and then just put a gloss over it. That would actually make painting the model like super fast too. I could probably get the whole model done in like less than an hour if I went that route. I could also do a lighter gray. So instead of doing like this dark gray that I do, like German gray is a dark gray. So rather than doing that, I could so I'm looking at that's weird. I wonder if I incorrectly painted them. Sorry, Psycho. Let's see. Let's take this out. I'm just looking at my yellow, my Psycho yellow and my Psycho pink, which are next to me. And I painted their neck seals white. But I'm looking at the screen caps, and their neck seals aren't white. Their neck seals are actually black. Interesting. So I'll definitely need to fix that on those Rangers. So yeah, that would be. I'm glad that I haven't put a varnish on them. So that could be a very cool stream for people to watch. I will correct any mistakes that I made, which apparently is many. On the other ones, and no one said anything. That's usually people call me out, like when I post the pictures on Facebook and stuff. Not call me out, but say, hey, you miss. And no one caught that. I do like the idea of using matte versus glossy. That could be cool. Or using a different tone of gray. Because like I said, this German gray is quite dark. That's why we use it. Because it gives the illusion of black without painting black. So if we want to highlight it, it's a little easier to highlight. Alright, let's fix this. I'm actually going to switch to a smaller brush to get that neck seal. Yep, some painting. I also have a Mystery Marvel model that I still want to paint. I keep calling it that, and I'm worried that people are gonna get like all hyped, and then when I show it off, what it actually is, they're gonna be like, "Oh, really? That's it?" I think it's pretty stinking cool. So maybe we'll do 2 big streams, and I'll do like all day painting one day, and all day gaming another day, because I definitely want to game. And whatever day we do that stream, we will definitely be talking about cheese. So I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush for the helmet because I need to get that neck seal. One thing I need to find out is if I stream on Facebook as opposed to streaming on Twitch, no, it's probably not any different. But like when I stream on Twitch, I use music that is not copyrighted. That's just, I guess in my head I was wondering if Facebook is any different, if they let you, but my guess is probably not. Royalty free, yeah. Did anybody get any cool presents for Christmas? According to Facebook, you can, but yeah, I probably won't just because, there's a chance I could save the videos and then re upload them to my YouTube, and I can't do that if they are, unless I do the royalty free. It's fine to do the royalty free. Nice. Read a Repulsa Pop. I'm starting to like pops more and more. My son got me a Baby Yoda pop of him with the egg canisters. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. Or with the egg canister. And then I went shopping and bought myself the I collect Thanos stuff, and I found a venomized Thanos in a clearance section. Venomized Thanos pop. So I bought him for my Thanos collection. I say I collect Thanos like that's the only thing I collect. Clearly, I collect a lot of stuff. But I'm starting to get a lot of pops. I think I have every Yoda pop that there is. No, I know that that's not true. Because I know that there's like rare ones and stuff. I have all the normal released pops of Yoda. Alright. So I think that's all the black. Or German gray. That we're going to do. So now we can finally put some actual color on this guy. The main present I got is a new chair for my desk down here. So you can't see it because I'm sitting on it, but that was like my big gift. It's Captain America. It's kind of cool. Can't see it. Thanos in a Christmas jumper. I've seen that. I don't have that Thanos pop. Actually, the only Thanos pops I have is that one. The one that I got, the Venomized one. And then the very, very first one that they came out with, which was him. He's got like the outfit that he had on in Guardians of the Galaxy. So most of the other Thanos stuff that I have is like I have a Sideshow collectible statue. I've got I got his gauntlet, and I've got Tony Stark's gauntlet. So I have a bunch of random shit. So much randomness. Do I want to do silver first? No, I'm just going to have to come back to the blue. I know I have some Christmas pops. I'm trying to remember what they are. I think I have a Yoda and a Darth Vader. Actually, those might just be bobbleheads. I don't think they're pops. I got some Power Ranger pops too. Which ones do I have? Well, so I have Pokemon pops too. So I've got Mewtwo, Pikachu, and the 3 Kanto starters. And then I've got Mighty Morphin White, Mighty Morphin Green, Green Tommy without his helmet on, and Lord Drakon. Like, are you intentionally buying them when they die, or you buy them and then those celebrities just so happen to die? Because if it's the latter, then I would encourage you not to buy any more pops, because it seems that you would be killing the celebrities as you're buying the pops. So, like, when a celebrity dies, you're like, I'm going to buy the pop for that person. So I'm assuming that means that you have, like... Yeah, I was just going to say Chadwick Boseman. Did you buy a Boba Fett for Jeremy Bullock and a Darth Vader for David Prowse? Wow, this paintbrush is really disappointing me right now. It's splitting so bad. It's like one of my newer ones. Oh, nice. So you have way more pops than I do then. Here, I thought I had too many. I have like, I don't know, maybe 15. Now I kind of want to count them. But I'll wait until after the stream. So you can see I did a really terrible job on these slits. So I'm going to have to clean those up. This paintbrush is splitting for some reason, and I don't know why. Kind of bum out about that. You have 60. Yep, that's way more than me. Well, I didn't even know there was an app, so you definitely have me beat. But I have a lot of fandoms that I need pops for that I don't have any, simply because of space. Yeah, I don't know if I want to switch brush. I have other brushes, but they're all like this one is the smallest nice one I've got. Yep, I'm gonna have to switch brushes. Pops and Legos. Luckily, our family has kind of outgrown Legos. I think they're super cool, but they're so expensive. So I'm having to take my time a little more than I'd like, because I'm having to use a bigger brush. Try and get down a little closer so we can see what we're actually doing here. Let's see. Gonna try and there we go. Now we got some light. Oh, good. Glad you don't do the mega sets. Like, I want a Razor Crest. That crap's like 175 bucks. Thanks, Grant. Appreciate it. Right now we're just doing base coats, base colors. So it's a little sloppy, but we'll clean all that up. The blue we're using is Calidor Sky. I realized I didn't say that when I put the blue down. It's the same blue color that we used for the blue Space Ranger, so that we can keep that color consistency going for the set. I want my blues to match, my pinks to match, my yellows, etc. And the brush is great. This brush is holding a tip much better than the other one, but it is bigger, so I'm just having to be like super extra careful, more than I'd like to. And I guess when I'm done streaming, I'm gonna have to go wash that brush, see if I can't fix the tip. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to buy another new brush. And those brushes are hard to find, which stinks. And the way the mail is right now, it takes forever to get stuff. It does require some patience, yeah. More than anything, it's practice, you know? Some people don't like it when they're like streaming and something like that happens, you know. I actually kind of like it because I mean, not that I wanted my brush to quit out on me, but I like that it shows that those things happen even to, you know, like more advanced painters. And it creates a new challenge that I wasn't expecting either. Wait, what? Razor Crest. Oh. You're so funny. You're so funny. See, I got excited. I'm like, oh, look, it's the Razor Crest. Nope. Nope, it's not. I mean, I guess it's the Razor Crest in its current condition. Screen accurate. That's true. Man, I love this color. Very quickly becoming one of my favorite colors to paint with. The one thing that bothers me about Funko Pops, and I guess it's true with any thing that's collectible like that, I hate exclusive stuff and hard to find stuff because it makes me feel like I need to have it, and then I get mad when I can't find it. So I try really hard to not like go online and see what I'm missing, if that makes sense. So like I'm a collector of many things. We've talked about that in the past, but the thing that I collect more than anything else is Yoda stuff. Okay? Not baby Yoda stuff, just Yoda. Although I have started to get a few Grogu things in my collection. But that is ultimately not what I primarily collect. It's primarily Yoda. But I know for a fact that there are probably many Yoda Pops I don't have. Because I know that there's like exclusive stuff, con stuff, blah, 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 whatever. And if I go online and I see what there is, then I'm going to get frustrated that I don't have everything. The one thing that I've got a lot of are Star Wars Unleashed figures. I started collecting them, then I never finished my collection. And then I always just said, it won't become like, these things are cool. They'll make them forever. And then they stopped making them, and I don't own them all. I'm actually not even close, even though I have a lot. And it bothers me that I don't own every single one. I have a list, a sticky note in my wallet that I carry around with me in case I ever run into one at, like, a garage sale or whatever, so that I know what I'm still missing. On the off chance that I can try and find it. And one time I was like, I'll just go on eBay and buy them all. But once you pay for, individual shipping from all these things, you end up paying more than, like, way more. And I'm not going to spend $30-$40 on a statue. Not those statues, anyway. But it really bugs me that I don't have them all. I've actually posted on my Facebook before, if any of my friends has any that they want to part with from the set that I'm missing, and I've gotten a couple that way. But I'm not even close. I think I'm only halfway, which is crazy. I thought I was way closer than that until I looked everything up. So going over that blue, brightening it up. I'll let it dry, and then I'll come back to it in a minute. The Curse of a Collector, yep. Oh man, this helmet is going to be rough with this big brush. Man, and some of the chase pops are crazy too. If I could paint a Psycho Ranger any color, what color would you go for? Are we talking like non-screen accurate here? I'd like to see what they look like um, using like flipping the color scheme. So like I really like blue. I especially like painting this particular shade of blue. So I think I would want to see what it'd look like if all of the parts that are normally black were blue, and then all the parts that were normally blue were black. I mean, if I was just messing around to see how stuff would turn out, I think that's what I'd start with. Or I would try and do another option that I might try would be trying to make um, like using the original White Rangers color scheme with the white, black, and gold. Um, I don't know what parts I would do gold. Maybe the armor, like all the parts that are blue on here, colored gold. Um, Green where everything is black, and then keep the white. No, not green. Why would I do green? Gold. I guess that could be like a Green Ranger, but I would be trying to do white. So maybe gold where all the armor is, white where all the black is, and then black where all the white is. That might look cool. Wow. Completing the Power Ranger Funko Pops would be extremely expensive. There aren't many in total, but a few are severely limited. They did 4 Freddy Funko mascots dressed as Power Rangers. The Black Ranger Freddy Funko is only 24 pieces worldwide. Wow. Yeah. See, I collect white and green ranger stuff. I don't even want to know how many white and green ranger pops there are. I own 4 if you count Dracon as part of that collection, and I'm sure there's many, many more. And P.S. I don't even know who Freddy Funko is. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's what makes me mad about Funko, about Pops, is just the exclusivity of some things. Which I know that there are collectors out there that love it, but like this is how bad it is. The other day, I was in a store that primarily sells Funko Pops, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a Ninja Turtle pop, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And they had Donatello, and I think maybe Raphael. It was Raphael and Donatello, but they didn't have Mikey and Leo, so I didn't buy them. Because I couldn't have them all right then and there, I refused to buy them. And the fact that they didn't have the other ones told me that there was somebody else that came into that store and bought just the ones that I was missing. Who in the heck buys just one of the Ninja Turtles? They come in a set, man. You buy all four of them. Don't leave me wanting to know why you bought the ones that are missing off the shelf. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that in my mind, I was like, man, what savage bought Leo and Mikey, but left Donnie and Raph on the shelf? If they would have had all four, I would have bought them. But that's what kind of collector that I am. Like when I bought my starter Pokemon, I bought them because they had all four or all three of them, and then they also had Mewtwo, so I bought Mewtwo, and I was like, oh, it looks weird on my shelf having four. I needed a fifth, so I went online and bought Pikachu to add to that. Same thing with like the evolutions. I currently own 2 out of the 4 turtles. See? You're a savage. Why would you buy 2 and not the other 2? I couldn't do it. It would literally drive me insane. It would drive me nuts. I would like be staring at the shelf or going on Amazon and like, where are these 2? I need to buy them right now. Like Back to the Future. I wouldn't buy a Marty unless I could buy a Doc. And I wouldn't buy one of the Ghostbusters if I couldn't buy all 4 of them. Love the gift, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, where can I get exactly? Yeah, if somebody gave them to me as a gift, I'd be like, thank you. And then as soon as they left the room, I would be on eBay or Amazon looking for the partner to whatever set it was I was needing. You're naming all of your complete. That just means you and I would be BFFs if we lived near each other because we clearly have very similar interests. All right, we're getting near the end of the blue here. I'm just making sure. I know that there's blue that goes on the axe, but I'm going to do that in a minute. I don't have any He-Man pops. When I was in the store the other day, they had He-Man on Battle Cat, and I had it in my hand, and they only had one. I had it in my hand. I went to the register to check out, and then I noticed that his sword was broken off, and I was like, oh, man. I had to put him back, and they didn't have any more. But that's one I plan on getting in the very near future. And I saw a huge Skeletor, but I don't have anywhere to put it right now because I want that too. Yeah, Power Ranger pops, like I couldn't have one of the colors unless I got all of the colors. The only exception here is green and white, just because they're kind of a separate thing. So I don't feel too bad about not having any of the other colors. But like if somebody bought me like red or blue or whatever, I would have to go get the other ones. And I think there's shiny ones if I'm not mistaken. Like where their armor is like metallic. But I don't know that they have a green and or white version of those. So I'm okay not having them. One thing I don't have yet is an autographed pop. So that'll be in the near future too. I was going to have JDF autograph a pop, but I ended up having him autograph a comic book instead. Which in hindsight, I probably should have had him do the pop, but that's alright. Alright, yeah, I'm good with the blue there. Well, this was a fun pop discussion. I'm curious, this app that you said that you have, does it just track your collection? Or can you look up, like, rare stuff? Or hard to find things? Does it tell you, like, values of stuff? But so ultimate, I love the thought, but not the execution of the gift, is that I have all the original Mighty Morphin Pops, okay, but the red one isn't the Mighty Morphin, it's the one from the last movie, which is cool, but not part of the set. Yeah, that would bug me. But then it's like if you buy... See, so here's the catch there. If you were to buy the Mighty Morphin red to match the set, then you would have the red movie all by itself, and that would drive me nuts to the point where then I would want to go out and buy all of the movie to match the red movie one. So then I'd have two complete sets. Right, exactly. Now you need both. And at what point is having all of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers enough? Do you also need green and white? Do you need alpha? And then at that point, like you said, you just got Rita. So now it's like, do you need Goldar and all the other ones? You might as well just get every single Mighty Morphin one at that point. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, you literally have bought every single Mighty Morphin that there is. So I just gave you your new quest. Congratulations. Hey, Tony's here. What's up, Tony? That's the end goal, right? It is a rabbit hole for sure. I don't know what color I should do next. I think I'm gonna go with. Let's go with silver, so we can work on this. Axe thingy. Although I need to look at not a toy for the axe. Let's see. There we go. There's a good one. All right, so that is gold in the middle there. All right. Silver all around there. Yep. Silver, yep. There. Silver, silver. Okay. There are metallic and glow-in-the-dark versions for the masked Green Ranger pop, a metallic version for the unmasked Green Ranger pop, a glow-in-the-dark version for the first White Ranger pop, and one of the limited Freddy Funko is, yep, see? So you just named all pops that I don't own, but I've never seen any of those in a store. The only metallic ones I've ever seen in store is the original 5. And then don't even get me started on the Megazords. The pop that I'm looking for now, the most, like the one that I want the most at the moment, is hard to find right now because Christmas just happened, but I don't think it's like impossible to find. And that's Mando carrying Grogu, where his armor is like metallic and shiny. And if I'm not mistaken, I haven't seen it in person. I've just seen pictures. I think it's a big, like, I think it's big. I don't think it's, like, tiny. When I say tiny, I mean normal size. Like, I think it's one of the large pops, not the small one. However, like I said, I haven't seen it in person. yet. But I have a friend who has it, and I've seen it online and stuff. But that's the one I want really, really bad. Was hoping I was going to get it for Christmas, and I sadly did not. It's 10-inch, so you know exactly which one I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the pop that I want the most. That and the giant Grogu, which they actually had the other day. It was like $42 at the store. I also picked it up and put it down. I told myself that I was gonna wait. Probably a dumb idea. I probably should have grabbed it, but looked it up on the app. Yeah, so yeah, I want that one real bad. There's also another Mandalorian one that's pretty cool, that I wouldn't mind having, but it's not like number one on my list, and that's the one where he's like flying and holding Grogu. Um, but I think that one's relatively newer than the other one is, that I just mentioned. My guess is that once Holiday Rush is over with, it won't be too difficult to find those. They're not exclusives or anything, so. I just have to make sure that I get them before they retire them or whatever it is that they do with when they stop making them. So there's some blue on this axe thing. Right now I'm just painting the whole thing silver. Makes it a little easier. Let it dry, bust out the gold to paint the symbol on the belt and the symbol in the middle of this shield here. Make sure I got silver everywhere that silver needs to be. If you ever fix up your new office for streaming, you plan to have your pops in there. Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's see. White will be last for sure. I need some. Making some. Filling some gaps here on the black. Sorry, the German gray. All right. Let's grab some gold. Does anybody play the Funko game? I have all of the first wave that came out, and then I kind of stopped buying them because I wasn't playing it. I didn't have anybody to play with. I did buy the chase version of the Jaws just because I just so happened to be in Target and looked, and they had the chase just sitting there. And I know it's not like a super rare chase. I think it was like 1 in every 6 was the chase, so it's not like super duper rare. But I guess I grabbed it thinking, if the game ever becomes like super popular, then maybe someday it'll be worth something. I'm not like a Jaws fan or anything like that. I did play the game actually with Tony a few times when it first came out, and we had a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. I just don't have anybody to play with. So that's why I stopped buying them. And then they started coming out with them like crazy. Oh, I did buy the. I take that back. That's a lie. I bought the Target exclusive Kool-Aid Man too, because I just thought that was super cool. That's all the gold really, just on the axe there and on the symbol. I'm looking now at the white to see if I really have anything to fix. I guess I do have to fix the boots. You got the Dr. Pepper one because he was a free mail-in. Is that for the game? The Dr. Pepper thing? Alright, yeah, let's get some white. You didn't, but for the same reason that I never should have bought my first pop. Yeah, I hear you. Luckily or unluckily, however you really want to look at it, no one in my house, my kids, my wife, like pops other than me. So whatever I buy, I have to keep in the basement. So that keeps me from buying a lot. If my wife would let me like make a display upstairs, and she got into it too, where she bought pops of the stuff that she likes, oh, it would be over. It would be way worse than it is. But luckily slash unluckily, however you want to look at it, like I said, no one in my house likes it, so I just buy the ones for the fandoms I like and try and have self-control, knowing I'll eventually run out of room if I keep buying. So this is all Thuin Gray. This is cleaning up the white. We didn't jack it up too bad, just I do need to put the little dots on the gloves. Forgot those are white. Earlier in the year, if you sent Dr. Pepper a mobile phone picture of 3 bottles showing you got in a little sweet mascot pop. Oh, that's cool. I just got my wife a pop for her birthday for Christmas. 21 years, like, no, really, don't get me a pop. I'm not a fan. That's fine. I like that little tradition, though. We don't really have anywhere to put, like, a pop display upstairs, which is boring. And if I'm going to keep stuff downstairs, if I'm going to keep my collection downstairs, it's not going to be, it's only going to be stuff I like, so they can suffer upstairs. I like that little tradition, though, that you get her one for every occasion. This is a weird pose for this model. That's right. I forgot that that you guys were inducing or getting a C-section. Congratulations. I bet you're super excited spending your last night as a free man with me here doing this. So you probably won't be watching any of my streams throughout this week because you're going to have your hands full. But obviously she's getting a Mighty Morphin Red. I couldn't agree more. I'm sure that that is the one that she wants anyway. So... It's like a bachelor party. Yeah. Baby shower. Well, maybe during one of your late night feedings, I'll be streaming and you can jump on and say hi. Speaking of pops, how do you feel on the DIY pops? They do that sometimes, are exclusive to places like Michael's. Basically, they're blank white, and you have to paint them yourself. They have some for Disney, like Lion King. Huh. That's kind of cool. I would love to do... I should look into that. That'd be fun to paint on stream. I don't remember if I painted the bases this color or if I painted them black. I'm gonna have to go grab one of the other Psycho Rangers I've painted and look. Hang on, let me grab. See if I can do it without taking my headphones off. Definitely gray. Okay, that's the yellow Ranger that we... Or the yellow... Custom Daddy. Louie Pop. Oh my gosh. Now I need it. I gotta find it. I gotta find a blank. I wonder if there's a blank dude. So you said that there was Lion King and Dumbo. So I'm assuming that means it's an elephant and a lion. So I wonder if there's a blank person. By the way, in case y'all are wondering what I'm doing, I should probably explain. Going ahead and doing the base. I started doing this on the last stream or the stream before that, and it worked out really well. Doing the base in advance when we're at a point where we can call the model quote-unquote done. That way I can spend the remainder of the stream just highlighting and stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to finish painting the base real quick. So that way the model is quote-unquote done, and then we can do some cool highlights and stuff if we have time. Funko does have a thing to make your own, but I'm not impressed with the interface. Is that like a, like an options thing, like and then it makes it for you? I just want a blank one so I can, like, paint my own. Although having them custom make one for you is pretty cool. There are some other websites where you can, have your own, like, action figures and stuff made, which are really, really neat. But they're so expensive. Because I've thought about that before. Pop yourself. I like that name. Let's see. Outside. Up. I'll have to look into just the blank ones. Problem is like I'm a good painter, but I'm not like a good artist, so like drawing on stuff that's not there might be a bit of a challenge. I'd almost have to like hire an artist to paint on the stuff or to draw on the stuff, and then I would paint it, if that makes sense. Ooh, I just dropped the model. If you could use the website to design it and then use it as a reference. Oh, just looked it up. DIY mail. Okay. Can you paint on a blank surface if you have an image of what to paint? Probably. I mean, I don't know. I've never tried it, so it would be. I guess we just have to try it and see. Regardless, I think it'd be fun. Man, this is gonna take like 10 layers to get it to be not streaky. Thank you. Damn it. Ow. I forgot to do the blue outline around the This is hey Alex. This is Techless Blue, by the way. Just doing some very, very basic highlights. With what couple minutes we have left. Um, so, like I said, I won't be. This is it, Alex. Until January 25th. Um, I'm gonna be doing the last Monday of the month. So it's not it. It's just it for weekly visits. Um, a DIY Bob Ross pop. Actually, I might be able to make that work. A custom. Um, so, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, if you are not following me over on the Circle of Nerds Facebook group, please go and follow that Facebook page at Circle of Nerds on Facebook. There's a group and a page. Just make sure you follow the page. I posted earlier today, a few hours ago, that I'm interested in doing some personal streaming, asking people what days and times work best for them. So please go over there and write something. I can't promise that that's when I'll actually do it, but at least then I know that people are interested in something. Because I want to try and do some personal streaming this week so we can keep hanging out. Also, if you are not already, please subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/Circle of Nerds. That is the best thing that you can do to help me out. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/Circle of Nerds. $5 a month will get you some pretty cool exclusive content, as well as helping out creators who like nerdy stuff. So you can check us out, patreon.com/Circle of Nerds. $5 a month. It's less than every streaming service you own, I'm sure. Even though this is not my final stream, I will be streaming again later. I am sad to go. I really enjoy these. I really enjoy these streams, and you guys who hang out with me week after week. You mean a lot to me, and I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to blow smoke. I'm saying that because really I never thought. I mean, I used to watch YouTubers and streamers all the time, and I never thought that I would be one. So the fact of the matter that you're interested enough in what I'm doing to be here and to spend time with me means that Renegade keeps coming back to me and having me do stuff for them, which means I get to keep coming back. So thank you very, very much for that love and that support. It really does. It does not fall on deaf ears. When I say that I appreciate it, I really, really mean it. So, next week, I don't know what Renegade's doing on Monday. They are still going to have a Morphinominal Monday stream. Like I said at the beginning, they're going to be doing they're going to be doing different stuff each Monday. again, to try and entice more people to watch. And then on Monday, January 25th, when I come back for my Morphinominal Monday, the plan is that I will be painting a prototype miniature of something that folks have not seen yet. So it will be kind of an exclusive thing, which is really, really cool. Any news on the wet palette auction? Not yet, because the new wet palette's not here. They said up to 6 weeks, so I'm going to give them the full 6 weeks before I start throwing a fit. And that will be coming up here in the next little bit, so hopefully soon. But as soon as I get the new one, this one will go up for auction for sure. And the proceeds to that will go to a charity. I just got to find out which charity I'm going to do. So that's the model, all done. We did some real basic highlighting on the blue. And we got that base painted, and it looks good. So if you want to, sure. Yeah, like I said, please go over to our Facebook, facebook.com/Circle of Nerds. Follow that. That's where I will be streaming throughout this week. We're going to be doing some more painting. We're going to be playing some games. And over there, we can talk about whatever you want, because I'm less restricted on what I can say and can't say. So we can talk about cheese, like Atomic suggested, whatever you guys want. So this has been a blast. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. I hope that you're safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. And remember to play your games. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks.